And we are back to the North American Star League. It is week 4, division number 2, and Dimaga just took 1 game off of Darkforce. We're going to be jumping into our second game. It's going to be on Daybreak.
I'm excited, Ben. I'm curious to see what we are going to see. That game 1 was pretty confusing. Let's see if game 2 makes a little bit more sense. And you're supposed to be the ZVZ expert, Ben. You're kind of dropping the ball on me now.
I mean, if you've seen my recent ladder games, you wouldn't think I was the expert of anything. I'm so
Ben
confused.
is too negative. You're overly negative lately.
I've been so bad recently. It's really frustrating.
And you're still better than 99% of the other casters. And they pretend that they're very good at the game, so why can't you just do the same, Ben? You have to market yourself. Now I am the one who has to teach you about business, Ben. It's actually funny because Ben keeps telling himself how bad he is, and maybe you were better once upon a time, and I do believe that because you said always you were playing with the absolute best in North America. But you look at all the other casters and they keep saying they're very good at the game, Ben, so why can't you just do the same?
Can't lie to myself and I can't lie to the community.
But there's actually more truth in your words. Because even a bad MrBitter is better than most of the other casters.
Well, I don't know about all that.
I know it, but I've seen it, Ben. I've seen that bitter micro.
Why are you trolling me so hard? One time Kevin was watching me play, and I just like watched a 200 supply army fight against a 200 supply army, and ever since then he's like, that bitter micro.
We see Darkforce going for the 10 pool, and he stays on 10 a lot. He even gets those 2 additional drones with the double extractor trick before he's going to make an overlord. So Darkforce is going to commit to this.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not actually... What is he doing? Oh, there's the Overlord. Well, he hadn't started the Overlord. I was really worried for a second, but the Overlord will finish. Looks like maybe a second or 2 after the spawning pool.
He's a little bit too late.
I'm also thinking that his larva count's going to be really silly because he's only got 2 larvae out right now. Maybe
he makes a queen straight away, so maybe this is like the most economic opening, and he's going to make drones. Someone did a study about this. He's just making drones, so this is the economic opening from Darkforce.
Somebody did a study about 12 pool double extractor trick queens.
I'm not sure. Didn't you study that once? That like getting the queen a little bit earlier is actually better for your economy than waiting until 15?
Yes, I did, but I can't remember the results of this. It was, oh yeah, the 11 overpool build.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, if you only make drones, it does come out ahead of a hatch first. You're right. Smart. Thanks for reminding me. Maybe this is why I'm so bad at ZVZ these days.
You're forgetting the only useful things that you taught yourself.
Yeah, man. Dimaga has once again opened up speedlings.
So we're going to keep a close eye on the income tab as always, because I always love to show the income tab, but this time in particular because I'm really curious to see how this turns out for Darkforce. We'll see. He's a little bit low on larva, but he did have the quicker queen. So.
Yeah, his queen's out. He's already injected. He's getting his own.
He really wants to pick up this first Overlord, man.
I don't mind this at all, but Dimaga staying on top of things, turns around. He's going to be able to run to the high ground, and I think that Overlord should be fine.
Yeah, but there's an Overlord tracing him. Darkforce, high ground vision. A couple of links are coming in, but I don't think those links are going to be there in time. The queen needs like 3 more shots, 2 more, 1 more. Ah! HP regeneration, no way! No way! Did you see that?
Unbelievable. That was pretty sick, Kev. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my god. Poor Darkforce. And Darkforce, well, he didn't remake his second queen straight away. That's almost ridiculous. Oh, he still wants it. No, he's not gonna get it.
Queen just barely escaping. Dimaga just poking around the main base a little bit, getting some scouting, trying to kill a drone or 2 here, or drone here or there.
That's so sick. Man, that would mentally break me if I was Darkforce.
Darkforce is trying to be like all next level. He does show us some cute Zergling micro there as he saves 1 Ling from that little fight. Dimaga has thrown down his expansion. Darkforce is going to follow this up with
Banelings. Yeah. From 1 base so far. Dimaga is having his Baneling nest on his own.
Darkforce has got a big 1 base economy, 25 drones. I'm really not sure how I feel about this.
He's going to be able to make a ton of Zerglings and Banelings, but he's going to have too much money to produce of 1 hatch.
And Dimaga's got Lings, so I'll have Banelings. I mean, unless Dimaga just completely drops the ball in his defense, he should be totally safe.
Darkforce is going to expand as well.
Yeah, okay, so there it is. Drone does go out to expand, so. Or does it?
Man, I'm still so obsessed with that Overlord. I cannot believe that. That was like the ultimate HP region.
Trollface Overlord.
Ooh, Darkforce.
Oh, this is actually kind of cool. Dimaga runs up, sees no expand, and is maybe thinking that Darkforce is going to try it all in.
Now Darkforce is going to expand after all. Dimaga made quite a few Banelings over here.
You know what? I think if the Banelings just targeted the hatch, they might be able to kill it because it's got so little health right now.
So
close. Darkforce!
So far, it's pretty good. He keeps sacrificing 3 Lings for a Baneling. Dimaga really wants to take out this hatch, and it's going to be close, but I think, no, he's going to run everything into a single Baneling from Darkforce.
And even losing his own Baneling on the building cocoon of Darkforce. So a little bit sloppy on Dimaga's side there. And Darkforce does stabilize. I'm not going to put him ahead because Dimaga's got the hatch. Yeah, he's got the double hatch. He's got a spine crawler up. He's looking very, very safe. I don't think there's a lot Darkforce can do to pressure this, barring more mistakes from Dimaga. But
yeah, that's exactly how I feel. Maybe if Dima would have just sacrificed his banelings in the hatch array,
I really think if he targeted it, it would have done. He would have killed the hatch. A baneling does how much damage to buildings? Is it 80 or 85?
80.
It is 80. You're exactly right. So he had what, 5 banelings? That's 400 damage, right? Is my math good?
Yes, that's good. That's correct, man.
Really insecure about my math skills, just like I'm insecure about my hair.
33 drones right now for MTW Dimaga, 29 drones for Darkforce. Both these guys are droning up though. Darkforce has a small force outside of the main base from Dima, but nothing to really worry about. So Dima is completely happy with this situation right now. He knows that he had his hatch much quicker, so he's probably aware of the fact that he had much more larvae available, and that also means that he was able to produce more units.
Yes, sir, you are correct. He's also sitting on that drone lead now.
Sloppy Dima. Sloppy Dimaga.
Loses some lings to a baneling, I guess.
One single Zergling to a baneling. And that's going to try to happen once more. Dimaga is not actually controlling his banelings. As you can see, they just run to something straight away. This time Dimaga is controlling his banelings. I love it. Man, green banelings look like extra powerful.
They do, man. It's like Super Saiyan banelings.
Yeah.
Moving
it's like much more chemical stuff than the regular banelings.
Dimaga sees this building third, so he might be trying to go pressure this. I don't know if Darkforce has really anything to defend. He's still on layer tech, or I'm sorry, hatch tech.
Dimaga is making a lot of roaches right now. Since he's not going to layer, I actually think that Dimaga is just going all in, or all in. At least he wants to cancel this base. There's no way he wants to let Darkforce get this base up.
It's going to be really hard for Darkforce to stop this because he just doesn't have a lot to. Oh wow, good banelings there by Dimaga as he continues to pressure this hatchery. More banelings coming down for Darkforce, but great control by Dimaga this time, getting good exchanges. Oh, it's always so tense. Nicely done by Darkforce there, actually killing all the banelings of Dimaga. Now it looks like the Zergling count is even enough.
But Dimaga has still that big supply lead. All those roaches are coming in as well. And Darkforce, as far as I know, doesn't even have a roach one. No, he does not.
Oh, it's just finishing in his natural.
Oh, sorry.
But he's not producing any roaches, and he's actually getting a layer. So.
And now he spots the roaches of Dimaga, though, so now I think Darkforce will produce only units. But yeah, he did just squeeze in 4 drones. And that was the wrong moment to make those 4 drones.
Yeah, here comes Dimaga applying heavy pressure to this base, but still, he's got no upgrades. Darkforce has got a lot of lings. He's got 24 more.
But with banelings, 2 banelings morphing right now for Dimaga, and as soon as those banelings are going to be there, I think he's going to be more than just fine against
that's unfortunate. Roach pops out and meets some acid to the face. But Roach is just going to be fighting against these Zerglings, and yes, there we go. The baneling's going to make it pretty much.
Mistake by Dimaga.
Now if Darkforce were to stream in, he maybe could clean this up. Dimaga, well, there's just so many roaches. No, I think this hatchery is definitely going to go down, and it does fall.
Yeah, more importantly, Darkforce lost a lot of units that popped out from this hatch as well. So now Darkforce lost a ton. He's going to try to make a final stand against these units from Dimaga. But Dimaga keeping his reinforcements really well. Excellent macro.
Streaming through. Darkforce just GG's, and Dimaga takes it. You know, Dimaga's for a long time had a reputation as being one of the best ZVZs in Europe. And I think recently with the rise of Stefano and players like Rhett performing well at LANs, and Nertio, at least in Europe, is at the top of a lot of people's lists for good players. I think Dimaga is... I don't want to say his name is falling off because it's not. Everybody loves Dimaga, but I think that whole holding him on a very high pedestal as a ZVZ player and just as a player in general has maybe waned a little bit recently.
Yeah, no, he's got a lot of strong competition these days. Back in the beta, it was clear that Dimaga was your prime Zerg from Europe, and then Red came up, and then Red was the animal. But now, I mean, Stefano has been just absolutely crushing everybody for a little while. And talking about Stefano, that's a nice little bridge for our next best of 3. Yeah. But do you have any final words regarding this?
Yeah, I just want to say his play there, even though we maybe in points we're being a little bit critical, saying there's mistakes here or there, he still shows us that he's got some of the best ZVZ in Europe. Taking out Darkforce, really tough loss for Darkforce, makes him 0-4 in the group.
Yeah, it's really surprising to me. Darkforce, one of the players who made it to the finals of the NASL Season 1. Actually, the only non-Korean besides Sen who made it past the playoffs round 1 at the NASL Season 1 finals. And he's been posting pretty decent results lately. Recently took 3rd place in the German EPS. He lost in a very, very close series in the semifinals against Hazops. But overall, Darkforce has been playing some really excellent StarCraft lately. And then to see him 0-4 in the NASL, a league where he normally performs pretty well, is really surprising.
It is extremely surprising. He's had some tough opponents, granted, but... Ugh, tough break. So Dima goes 2-0. Next game for us is going to be Stefano versus Cloud. That last series brought to you by iBuyPower PCs. Don't go anywhere. Stefano versus Cloud when we get back. The final best of 3 of the day.